Welcome to the Voices of Recovery podcast. This is your spiritual principle of a day episode, featuring a recovering addict.
Hi, my name is Julio. My clean date is January 6, 2025. You are listening to the Voices of Recovery podcast. This is the spiritual principle of the day for March 30th. Putting we before me with anonymity. In keeping with tradition 12, the I becomes we. The spiritual foundation becomes more important than any one group or individual. Basic Text, Chapter 5, Tradition 12. Thanks to the 12 traditions, everything that happens in NA is done by us and for us. A member who was a newcomer when the basic text was being written shared that this was one of the qualities of NA that made her stay. At 6 months clean, I was in a group business meeting. We were discussing changes to the basic text, and the secretary made a point of asking me what I thought. I knew right away that NA was unique. Anonymity calls for us to try to remain anonymous in our services to NA, but it can sometimes be more difficult than it sounds. Members who have started a new meeting may end up hearing others call it so-and-so's meeting. It can take a while to shake loose a label, like for the meeting. No matter how many times so-and-so says it's the Just for Today meeting, not my meeting. Other times, we may feel less inclined to practice anonymity in our service. It's easy to become very attached to a particular service position or a role we have filled, and some of us become reluctant to allow others to step up and serve. I had an H&I panel for almost a decade, and a member with 5 years showed up at the subcommittee meeting offering to take on a panel. The subcommittee chairperson looked right at me and asked if I was ready to practice the spirit of rotation. Although part of me resisted, I knew it was time. Groups and service bodies need anonymity too. A member who served at the area level shared, "Our area nearly left our region over resentment. The area spent hours debating a regional motion and sent in a strenuous no vote. Then the region passed it anyway. We were mad, but our area discussed it again and decided that we needed our region more than we needed to be right." Anonymity sometimes just means being willing to let things go. We can be conscientious and take pride in contributing our best, but then we let go. We do our part, and then we let a power greater than ourselves manage the result. Spiritual principle. My contributions to NA are important because they touch addicts' lives. I can serve without insisting on getting my way, and I can step out of the way to give others a chance to serve too.
The Voices of Recovery podcast is an independent production of the Works of Wisdom. We welcome your questions and donations via PayPal at voicesofrecoverypod@gmail.com. This podcast is an independent production and is not affiliated with, associated with, authorized by, endorsed by, or in any way officially connected with Narcotics Anonymous or any of its subsidiaries or affiliates. While NA literature may be read during episodes for the purpose of supporting recovery, such use does not constitute an official endorsement or representation by Narcotics Anonymous. In accordance with NA tradition, the NA name is not to be used to endorse or be affiliated with any outside enterprise, and no such endorsement or affiliation is implied. Music is by Sage. Thanks for listening to the Voices of Recovery podcast.